So the Ford CEO recently came out and stated that there are 5,000 open bays of jobs that are $100,000 or more each year paying. So why is that? Why? I mean, like, as mechanics, most of us can give the easy reason, but I want to talk to the other people that are in the industry, maybe younger mechanics that are wanting to get into the industry, lube techs, or people that are looking in from the outside. Like, man, $100,000 a year is great. Why wouldn't they take it? I would do that if I could learn how to do it. Well, it boils down to a couple things, and the industry's changed a lot. So back in the day, how it used to be is flat rate. When flat rate first started, you would get like 30% as a master tech, as the lead tech in the shop. You'd get like 30% of the shop's earnings on your job. So like 30% of whatever the job pays, you will get that. And then they're gonna 1099 you so that taxes aren't taken out and whatever. It makes it very nice. It works out for the mechanic in the long run, because then you can open your own business, you can be your own entity, and there was just a lot of logistics that went into it that made it better for a mechanic. But as time went on, it changed from flat rate of a percentage to flat rate of an hourly amount. So like, let's say, I'll say for me personally, like my last couple jobs have been in the $30 to $40 range. So it's $30 to $40 an hour flat rate. So it sounds like great money, and it is great money, but the way flat rate works is a job, let's say regardless of how long I take, I only get paid X amount. So we'll use brakes as an example. Front brakes on just about any car pays an hour, right? Or generally pays an hour. Some shops it's 0.75. It varies everywhere you go, and that's a huge problem inside the industry, but we're going to get into that. So the job pays an hour regardless if I take 10 minutes to do it and I'm just that fast, I get it done in 10 minutes, I'm still getting paid an hour. Or if I break a bolt and it takes me 3 hours, I'm only getting paid an hour. Well, as a younger mechanic, there is a huge push that shops place on you, older mechanics place on you, that the management pushes on you to switch from hourly to flat rate, because they have to pay you less to get a lot more work done, because you are going to go into the pressure mindset of I got to get work done to get paid, because the only way to get paid is to perform and to get work done. But as a younger mechanic, I haven't seen everything. I haven't done everything. So I'm going to get a job that maybe I've done something similar to it. Maybe I've never done it before, and I got to teach myself how to do it. And in a flat rate shop, there's not much help. There's not much support. So now I'm teaching myself how to do it on my own. I'm only getting paid X amount of dollars. And those dollars, the way that they determine those hours is there's people that are specifically hired to go work in a factory. They go do these jobs over and over and over and over again. I think it's like 20 times. And out of those 20 times, they take the average of every person that's done it, and that's the labor time. Well, they're doing it on a brand new vehicle that has never been worked on before, that has no problems, with all their tools that they need already laid out for them. There's no rust. It's a very, very perfect situation for them to do it, and it's very, very imperfect situation for mechanics to do it. Then going back to the younger mechanic, I don't have that much experience. I'm very good at what I do, and I'm very prideful in the ability to do it the right way, but I still have a lot to learn, and I try to learn from everybody that I come across. I try to learn from everybody that I work with, because, these vehicles and these cars are only getting harder to work on. They're only getting more difficult to work on, and if you could have 10 mechanics working together on one car, you have one amazing mechanic. Or if you have 10 mechanics that refuse to help each other, you just have 10 mechanics stuck with only what they have in their head. So the industry, it doesn't pay that great. And as a younger mechanic, it's really hard. And then as an older mechanic, it just is beating on your body so hard, because the only way to get a paycheck is to do that beating on your body over and over and over again. So once you get that paycheck, it's worth it, and you want to do it again, and you want to do it again, and you want to do it again. But it's feast or famine. You are relying on the shop to bring cars in. You're relying on everything in the situation to go right. You're relying on your experience to get it right for you. You're relying on so many different factors just to get a paycheck that it's stressful. It puts so much pressure on you as a mechanic. And then on top of that, you have management breathing down your neck to get this done, or get that done, or get this done faster. And the whole perk of flat rate is regardless of how long I take, I'm only getting paid X amount. So you don't have to pay me extra. You guys are just being a dick because you want your job done. And it's it's a very tough industry, and it's a huge struggle that a lot of mechanics face. And I've seen in some shops they're going to either flat rate with a guarantee, which there's a lot better options with that, in my opinion. Some shops will do flat rate with a guarantee only for while you start, just to get you like acquainted to the shop. But I think it should be flat rate with a guarantee for the whole time you work there. You're guaranteed 30 of your 40 hours that you're there, no matter what. Because I've had weeks where I made 5-10 hours on a 40-hour work week, 50-hour work week, 60-hour work weeks, and like that's hard to stomach. That's hard to take, especially as a father, as a husband. That's hard. So I don't care who you are. That'll make you reevaluate your life choices. So it's like, that's why there's 5,000 empty Ford bays. That's why there's probably 5,000 empty GM bays. That's why there's probably 5,000 empty everywhere, except for like maybe the high quality cars, because the industry has to change. And for myself personally, I would recommend, if you want to be a mechanic, you want to work on cars, go to an independent repair shop, go to a fleet repair. You're going to have a much better time just working an hourly wage, just working on cars, being able to do it right, not having the pressure of get it done fast, get it done no matter what the cost is, just get it done. And that produces a lot of pressure, a lot of bad feelings on yourself, and just a lot of unhappiness, man. You know, nobody needs that. So, my opinion as a professional mechanic, why are there 5,000 empty Ford bays? Because the industry needs a massive overhaul. It needs to change. The pay structure needs to change. The camaraderie style needs to change. I mean, the way it is right now, every mechanic is in competition with every other mechanic. The service writers get paid based on how much the mechanic does, so the service writers are constantly hounding the mechanic to get more done. And it's a system set up for performance for sure, but it's just not working anymore, and that's clear. So what do we